quantum mechanics, quantum mechanic. But I am also in charge of visualizing Scientific American, and the country's oldest continuously published magazine. Some of you may wonder what this is. And of course, most of you knew that this was a black hole. This one, of course, is not rooted in any data, but this is a good idea of how we start to think about what we depict. This dumb idea can usually lead to any other type of visualization, and for those, we do use data. This is, of course, a presentation that you might be familiar with. We do this sometimes at Scientific American, though this one appeared in Nature. But for a generalist science magazine, this isn't always the most instructive way for our readers to see the data and that it represents. And we look to find different creative ways to show the same thing. For a generalist audience, you might want to think of data more like this, which is an interpretation of quantum entangled black holes. This is a lead image for the story, but it is rooted in data. And later in the article, we go more into depth about what is scientifically happening with this type of phenomenon. Or you might want to really visualize what a black hole might look like. This one was constructed for the movie Interstellar by astrophysicist Kip Thorne and a team of other physicists for director Christopher Nolan. He's a real stickler for the science in his film, and he really likes it to be mostly accurate. But this moving image is completely rooted in data. It was crunched into, it was modeled and crunched through a computer to make it really look like this. And it's pretty awesome too. I think the ultimate construction using data is the recent photograph of a black hole at the center of M87. Using the Event Horizon Telescope, this was constructed by combining an array of smaller telescopes that were synchronized to focus on the same object at the same time around the world and act as a giant virtual telescope. Then the data was combined to form this remarkable image. I know I'm simplifying that here, and you all probably know more about this than I do, but you'll get the idea. Today, this panel will walk you through some of the best practices and reasons for how your data might be best visualized and displayed in the real world. First, we'll have Creative Director for Nature and Nature Journals, Kelly Krause, speaking on the making of a nature cover. Next, Columbia's Nicoletta Barolini, Art Director for the Office of Communication and Public Affairs, and Alyssa Park, Director of the Lenfest Center for Sustainable Energy, will speak about effective data visualization for the dissemination of technology and science research. And finally, Jennifer Christensen, the graphics editor at Scientific American, will speak on developing scientific data visualizations for a non-specialist audience. And then we'll have time for questions and answers at the end. Again, please remember to put them into the chat window. I'm going to be reviewing them as we go and try to bring them up to the panelists as we go about the presentation. Thank you and enjoy the time. Enjoy the presentations.